If I knew the answer to that, do you think I would be here? Daedric magic is tricky at best, and the magic in Westfield is particularly volatile. I must have pushed my experiment too far, and shattered some element binding the spell together. I'm a sorceress. Daedric magic is just a tool, like a hairbrush or a dab of rouge. I was creating a spell to expedite my morning routine. Mirror magic is more powerful here. It was going swimmingly, until the mirrors shattered, and I did too. If I knew the answer to that, do you think I would be here? Daedric magic is tricky at best, and the magic in Westfield is particularly volatile. I must have pushed my experiment too far, and shattered some element binding the spell together. Honestly, I'm not sure. Talk to them for a start. I can be quite stubborn, so I expect my facets won't come easily. Do whatever it takes to convince them to return. Appease them. Bargain with them. Tie them up for...
Let's ride. Yeah.
I wish the river would just carry. If only I had the energy to drown myself. Despair, sadness, depression. What does it matter? I don't have the strength to argue with you. I hoped the river would calm me. But the flowing water just reminds me how stuck I am in this miserable life. Please, let me rot. There is one thing that might lift my spirits. Whenever I was sad as a little girl, I'd collect pretty blue flowers by the river's edge to weave into a crown. I saw the same blue flowers nearby, but I don't have the strength to get... That's too kind. Really. Don't waste your time on me. I'm sure you have better things to do. But if you insist, I suppose I'll still be here. The river is rising much more slowly than I thought it would. Why do you insist on prolonging my suffering? I don't suppose I can stop you, though. Ask your questions. What does it look like? I'm waiting here for the sweet embrace of death. You could never understand the deep well of sadness that lives inside me, spilling out in my tears. It's ineffable. An abyss so large, I fear it'll swallow me whole. That is to say, what does it look like?
Good to get stocked up.
The flowers by the river's edge are so pretty. Maybe my tears could help. You did that for me. Maybe there is still some kindness in the world. I know. I just haven't had the strength to return before now. Maybe that's true. There you are, darling. Let me share your burdens. Please. I don't want to be alone anymore. You won't be. Not ever again. Oh. I feel so... Good work. That's one less facet to worry about. I feel... sad. Oh, it aches. What's this pressure in my chest? I can't stand it. Please, return another facet. There's one nearby. It feels boisterous. My delight, maybe. I need more than despair. It's overwhelming. I always liked celebrating at Stone Chip Tavern in Ontis. Check there.
Here we go. Yeah.
Drink up, friends! The next round is on me. Well, hello there, gorgeous. You fancy a drink? Ooh, you know me, but I don't know you. I'd love to share a drink and see how well you hold your ale, but I seem to have run dry. Oh, Westfield Wallop is the best drink in this place. Fetch me a cask, and we can sit and... Oh, I knew I liked you. Ask away, pretty face, but don't take too long. Why, I'm making some new friends! There's no better way to win people over than a cold drink and a warm toast! And these people really know how to sell. Because life's too short not to be silly. What do I have to worry about? I've got all the ale I could want, a gorgeous stranger chatting me up, and my tab's not due. Not yet, anyway. Thanks. You hear that, barkeep? I've got a new drinking buddy. Did you get it? Don't dawdle, pour us around. Cheers to you, my friend. Well, drink up. Ugh, that ale really packs a punch. I might take a nap for a minute. Well, that was embarrassing. Don't worry, I already took her back. Can we speak, friend? That was mortifying. I'm sorry you had to see that. I never did learn to hold my drinks. After all that, I would understand if you want to leave, but I could still use you. That's a fair question. I don't quite feel like myself, and it's not just the headache I can feel brewing thanks to my delight's indulgence. I'm still missing 2 facets. That's good. But I don't think this one wants to be found. It's my fear. The same facet you saw earlier. She probably ran to the deepest place she could find to hide. Tread lightly. I hate to admit it, but I've never been good in a panic. Quite the opposite, actually. I doubt my fear will come willingly. I'll catch up with you as soon as I've settled... Well, I suppose it's my tab now, isn't it? I suppose that's only fair. It may be a moment before they tally up my tab. It appears my delight was a big spender. Please, ask your questions. I could use it. I'm not sure, but it can't be good. Beyond the inevitable confusion and damage to my reputation, I don't know what they'll do if they get desperate. They're beings of pure emotion. They can't be reasoned with. We need to get them under control. Haven't you ever given in to your feelings? Stopped thinking and just acted? It was something like that. My facets are pure emotion. When they shattered, there was no logic. They simply followed their urges. Better than before. Bubbly, even, despite the nausea. My delight did the drinking. Now I'll get to deal with the consequences. Still, it's better than the despair I was feeling earlier.
Ready to ride. Yeah. You want to die? Fine. Yeah. Over so soon? stronger already. Got your back.
The Wildburn was not kind to this place. Let's locate the shrine, but remain vigilant.
Did Haldane make it out?
Quiet. We can worry about that later. If he's dead, I don't want to join him.
Let's make this quick. They go. see what you're made of.
The Shrine of Azura should be just up ahead.
You're dead. Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
The Shrine of Azura. Hold the lamp close, and let's see if this works. The Lamp of Clarity looks restored to me.
You're dead. Easy. skill issue. Should have been more prepared. Let's ride. Yeah.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. But we in the Undaunted don't sign up to sit on cushions. Mordra can answer that better, and probably more to the point than I can. Basic
answer with so fine. A circlet of rubies crowns her head. Tangled blankets as you fall in bed. Hot grease drips into the blazing fire.
If you're here to complain about that pamphlet I posted about the jungle growth blazing through the countryside, I'm not overreacting. You just aren't seeing the danger it poses to everyone working outside of Skinground. Tell me he didn't send you. Just because I believe that the new forest isn't natural and poses a danger to Westwheel doesn't mean that I don't support his business. I'm happy it's fruitful. Gods. Haldane. I have to look into his death. Figure out what happened and find justice where I can. But that will be my battle. Thank you for finding me. I hope Haldane's at peace. Oh God. Haldane's really gone.
I'm with you.
Wolf's Bane and Bitter Tea should be in this pile. Are you going to help me or just watch your time drift away like usual?
You could craft something nice with that. Let's move!
You! Traveler, over here! I need help. I was swept overboard in a storm and found myself washed up in this terrifying land. What happened? I must find my ship. I must find Nanaral, my father. Are you real or just another spirit? I am Landervel, first mate on the opulent Gale. My father, Nanarel, is the ship's captain. We were trapped in a horrible storm. I fell into the churning sea. I was dragged under the waves, blacked out, and awoke nearby in a... I need to find my father and my ship. When I last saw him, he was at the wheel, clutching his treasured belongings. A locket, a spyglass, and the ship's logbook. Our ship must have run aground. Oh, thank you. I fled from ghosts and Daedra when I came ashore and heard one of them call it Fathom's Drift. I will not leave this place before I track down my father and our ship. My father has captained the Opulent Gale since I was a boy. He built the ship with his own 2 hands. I may never be the captain he'd hoped I'd be, but I'll never forget how alive I felt knowing he was at the wheel. This place? I don't know where we are. There was a storm and a great wave and my father shouting. Yes, he was Hermaeus Mora. High elves don't deal with Daedra, but he's known among the sailors as Hermaeus Mora, the Tide King. He carries many names, but he lives deep beneath the waves. Could my...
This way, friend. Scroot told me to meet you here, but I wasn't It's good to see you, friend. I was surprised when Scroot appeared, and I hoped she would send me somewhere not quite so otherworldly, but I never hesitated. I'm happy to assist you. Still, if we can avoid those reality tears, I'd be grateful. Yes, but I'm not sure I understood it all. Apparently you have a map that's also a Daedric relic? Scroot says you need to get it to something immersed in the energy of Mephola. That will restore its power. Her regards? She did? What were Laramil's exact words, friend? No, not now. We're in Apocrypha, and we have a task before us. We must get your map to something sacred to Mephola. As luck would have it, Scroot knows of a ship here in Fathom's Drift called Storm Spinner. It was carrying items sacred to followers of Mephola, and she thinks you can use them to restore the relic. The ship should be to the north. Scroot said that the ship was overloaded with amulets, statuettes, and other Mephola paraphernalia. But we're looking for bolts of silk cloth spun by devout worshippers of the Lady of Whispers. Fathom's Drift. Laramil's amulets protect us both.
My father treasured this locket. He wore it on every voyage for good luck. He would never leave it behind. But it is marked with a symbol of Hermaeus Mora. I never noticed that before.
Stand close and let me shield you.
Roll out of there! better than us? Nobody.
Already protects us both. Laramil's amulet can protect us both. Get closer to me, friend.
Let's go.
Stand close and let me shield you. Those bolts of cloth. That must... Did it work? I think it worked. The relic is restored. That wasn't so...
I recognize this. Father's spyglass. But its lens is cracked and useless.
You're going to quit, kid.
Mandovel, my boy! You brought my son here. I thought I lost him. I'm Nanareth, captain of the Opulent Gale. My son's been restored to me. We must complete the pact before this gift is taken back. I watched my son swept overboard. He would drown in the storm. I appealed to a greater power, but didn't complete the ritual. We must finish the task, lest he perish again. You must sacrifice 3 tokens from my past. Logbook, spyglass, and locket at the unquenchable brazier near the entrance to the sea caves to seal the pact. You brought my son here. I thought I lost him.
I am alive. I should be dead. I need time to think all this over. Let's gather the items my father's spirit spoke of and go back to the brazier where you found me. That's my father's handwriting. And someone else's as well. What does it mean?
Going to regret this.
Treasure. Must be our lucky day.
I cannot believe it. My father traded his life for mine.
Let me tell you all, my friend.
Huh. Ours now.
Then you can cast the items into the flames and complete my pact. I will tell you everything. Of my relation. The pact was with Hermes Mora, who sleeps with his secrets in the depths. I had learned an incantation to entreat with him from an ancient sailor, and inscribed the summoning into my logbook. When I saw my child swept away in the storm, I knew he would perish, and I invoked the pact. Hermes Mora heard my prayers and answered, at a cost. My son was saved, but I am fated to serve as Hermes Mora's guide in this land of lost souls. You must burn the relics of my past, so I exist only in memory. These items represent my past. Place them in the sacred flame to finalize my pact. With this glass, I beheld Hermes Mora rising from the sea in response to my... It nearly shattered my mind. So horrid was his visage. The book invokes the pact I made. I transcribed the spell into it. When I spoke the words aloud, Hermes Mora's writing appeared beneath it, agreeing to the deal. Burning the book and the other items finalizes my agreement. Unless it is fed to the brazier, there is still a chance Hermes Mora would return my son to the depths and let him drown.
Ah, that is a treasured totem of my past life, of my lovely wife and devoted son.
It is marked by the hand of Hermes Mora when he agreed to spare my son's life. You've heard what I have to say. Now place the sacrifices into the flame.
The logbook. Why didn't it burn? I don't understand. How is this possible? Hermes Mora has changed the bargain. It now reads, let Nanarel, or the memory of him, become my guide for the drowned dead. The words, or the memory of him, are new. What does this mean? You mean to suggest Hermes Mora wants me to forget my own father? Forget our time together? Surely I would never... No, I will do it. If it means my father will return to the mortal plane, I will do whatever it takes. Hermes Mora will trade my memories for my father's life. I would forget him, but he would live. Yes.
I would rather perish than let my son forget me. Let me seal the pact.
Traveler, give me the book. I will gladly trade my memories for... My father put everything on the line to save me. But I cannot let him die. Not if there's a better alternative. Should I hesitate when my father made the same choice? This isn't what I wanted. But my memories seem a small price to pay for his life. Give me the book. Thank you, Traveler. Hear me, Hermes Mora. I accept your offer. My memories for my father's life.
You have saved both me and my son, but at what cost?
Who are you, old man?
I am... No. I am a friend of your father's. Let's talk.
Where are all the workers? The overseer was... You there! Do you work here? As a notary for the Quama Consortium of Necrom, I demand that you explain why production has halted. The Consortium will be none too pleased. Apologies, Traveler. I came on a little strong there. I'm an auditor sent to inspect Anchor Egg Mine. It's... Please, this isn't the first workers' strike I've negotiated. Wait, you don't think something dangerous happened here, do you? Well, I have expense funds for this assignment. Might I hire you as... I'm required to inform you that as a contractor for the Quama Consortium, you are held to the highest standards of conduct. But on a personal note, thank you. Now, we'll need to inspect the pens, speak with the overseer, and it's routine, really. Whenever the Consortium believes a mine is operating below standards, they send along an auditor to run an inspection. This usually entails the overseer providing a comprehensive tour of the Quama pens and the mine's queen. Ulfingar. I've met him once before, back when the mine was first opened. Nord fellow, tough as rocks and sweet as salt, but a hard worker. You want that in an overseer. To be honest, I'm surprised he's late. It's definitely out of the order. I haven't the faintest idea. I was only sent along to conduct an audit, though the Consortium did seem rather on edge. They said I should expect to hear all sorts of excuses, from cave-ins to cultists. Laughable, I know, but it's part of the job. I shouldn't jump to conclusions, especially when I haven't had the chance to assess anything yet. But yes, my employers certainly seem to think so. After all, not every worker keeps their company's best interests in mind. Oh yes, a healthy Quama queen is as good as gold around here. Their eggs are a staple food for dark elves. The Consortium outfits these mines with the best tools and workers money can buy. The Quama Consortium of Necrom oversees the care and husbandry of egg mines on the peninsula. Their export of eggs is second to none, but even one mine operating below expectations can lead to grumbles among shareholders. Myself and others like me, yes, auditors, adjusters if you will, we assess the egg mines to ensure they continue to meet the Consortium's production standards. Though that's certainly not to say I'm irreplaceable. Anchor Egg is a particularly important mine. It may seem dramatic, but I'm convinced any failure here will result in my dismissal. It isn't easy for an outsider like myself to be accepted into a Telvanni business, so yes, I'm a bit worried. It's routine, really. Whenever the Consortium believes a mine is operating below...
You made it! I was worried one of those reality... Laramil and that floating ball of eyes told me to meet you here. They explained all about the reality tears. They sound terrible. What's going to befall us? She did. According to Scroot, there's an old forge deep within the mine that's dedicated to Boethia. Laramil and her believe that if you present the sword at the forge, the entrance to Boethia's forge should be somewhere in the northeast section of the mine. Boethia created a Bolasha, so it stands to reason that a forge built to honor her might be able to restore it.
I expected more activity
Quama
in the
always
mine,
make
but...
me uncomfortable. Let's find the
why
forge and
green?
get out of here.
What happened here?
You're dead. Easy. This one's mine.
Is someone down there? Please, help us!
Someone's alive? Let's hurry.
Now you are a welcome sight. Please tell me the way out of here is clear. We were starting to lose any hope of escape. Show us, Bones. I ask for aid and they send an auditor. At this rate, there won't be a mine left to audit. I'm Overseer Ulfengar. The egg tenders behind me are Malsa and Barlock. We barely managed to escape the Quama, let alone those damned cultists. Yes, I sent word days ago asking for more guards. We first saw them sneaking around the mine, but now they've broken in somewhere near the hatchery. They've whipped the Quama into a frenzy, and I'm worried they're trying to poison the clutch. Fomessa went looking for survivors down the southern ramp. An egg tender Gain left to scout the southeastern passageways for a way out. I ended up here with Malsa and Barlock. If there are others alive out... Oh, Fomessa. She was hard as steel, and twice as sharp. If she didn't make it, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us. Can you find Gain? He made his way towards the mess cavern not too far from here. One of the egg hands, Gain, noticed young Quama returning to their pens with green slime. A few days later, we started spotting cultists skulking about. What better way to poison a clutch than to taint the young ones? But there has to be more. There are plenty other mines across the peninsula. Killing this brood would only be an inconvenience to the Consortium. But yet the cultists are here in full force. I'm certain there must be more to their plan, but...
Wait, who are these people? And what are they doing to this mine?
Let's make this quick. From my notes, I think this was Gain, one of the chief eggheads.
Let's go.
Look, a notice on the pen. Let's see what it says. Green eye core. Could that be the source of this frenzy? This poor hive.
The forge should be around here somewhere. That's the forge. Ever notice that no matter how ancient, Daedric stuff never really changes? Anyway, dip a polisher into the hot coals. Cracked acorns! Look at a polisher. It surges with power again.
Lower your weapons. I only want to talk. I see you are still at the beck and call of the lying Prince of Fate. I do not seek to be your enemy, mortal. Before we irreversibly cross a threshold from which there is no return, I would reach an understanding between us. Existence! You speak of it as though it was sacrosanct. But my prince was locked away and erased from existence by your smug and sanctimonious patron, forgotten by all. I fixed that, but when we tried to restore our realm, our home, you opposed us. No different from what Mora and the other princes did in that distant millennium. Think of what could have been accomplished had not the Prince of Paths been vanquished from history. Do you not see? Just stand aside and let events flow as I feared. Hermaeus Mora sees so much, but has blinded you. I respect you, mortal. Do what you must, and I shall do the same. Perhaps when reality has been rewritten, and a new Miramor arises, you will have a different opinion. Consider what I have said. We Daedra may be immutable, but you mortals are not.
Give him a fight. Skill issue. Stay ready.
Never know what else might be headed our way.
The Afflicted's ichor has proven most effective. It has made short work of this egg mine.
This contagion will destroy Necrom's begging for Lord Peryite to nurture.
Gods. All this destruction. All this suffering. Why are they doing this?
Who's better than us? Nobody.
Ah, yes. Another subject to help perfect our and Necrom will follow.
Your spells are all dried up. Watch it.
Enough. Bend to Peryite's will. Encase my putrescent blade.
Got to be better than that to stop us.
These cultists have done irreparable harm to this egg mine. But at least you dealt with their leader. Thank you. Now what have they done to her? The mine is dead without its queen. Perhaps we can still harvest her pheromone gland? Thank you. The consortium may be able to rebuild the hive with that. Poor thing. That's everything. Let's head outside. The Overseer and the others should have made it out by now. Overseer, I'm glad you all made it out. With your expertise in the Queen's pheromone gland, we should be able to reopen the mine in...
Reopen the mine? After the consortium left us to die? To sovereign God with this mine. You've got the Queen's gland, re-queen the mine yourself. We're leaving.
Ulfingar, please reconsider. Ulfingar? Friend, can you please talk to the Overseer?
If Sindiath had wandered in here alone and gotten herself killed, how long before the consortium sent another to find us? A day? A week? We're lucky someone of your mettle was nearby. You have my thanks, friend. Truly. It failed the moment those consortium hawkers chose to ignore my letters. Does Sindiath really think a queen's gland and some elbow grease will be enough to put that place to rights? You saw what those cultists would... So it's my burden, then. Sure as bones. Those bastards are just greedy enough to risk it, aren't they? With a fresh queen's gland... Ah! No, we'd need an army of egg hands, alchemists, a staffed garrison. The consortium would never agree. Well, I guess we'll find out. Let me see this gland. And tell Sindiath we'll stay on if the consortium provides all the staff and resources I need. The moment they hedge, I'm leaving. And taking Malsa and Barlak with me.
That sounded like it went well. Please tell me you have some good news. I really need something to soften the blow of this report to my superiors at the consortium. Oh, trust me, I'll make sure the consortium does what is right. To send an auditor in place of soldiers? Unbelievable. The safety of the people of Necrom is my highest priority. Take my thanks, and every...
Start by making sure the families of those lost in the mine are properly taken care of.
Of course. Honoring those lost is the first step towards making things right. The first of many.
Heard the news. King Nantharian was killed, defeated by the Legion's mercenaries.
With the 3 relics that were once used to imprison Athelia restored, we must determine where to even begin our search for the Forgotten Prince. Before we discuss the idea that Scroot and I derived, do you have anything else? Of course he does. But his faith in his prince has made him blind to the danger she poses to existence itself. These tears are spreading. Soon the fabric of reality may be too damaged to repair. We must find Athelia before that happens. An idea, yes, although Scroot referred to it as a remote possibility. We should return to the loom of the untraveled road. Perhaps the Echoneer can reveal a lingering memory as to where Athelia has gone. But, Proxy, was Curate Gadain, well, that is, I am glad that Gadain is well. But, now we must return to Fargrave and make our way to the Chamber of the Loom. I dare not open a portal there directly, as the release of power when you destroyed it has made the area unstable. This portal will take us to Fargrave.
Watch yourselves. Who knows what dangers still lurk near the loom?
Gadain, I did not... The loom of the untraveled road lies ahead of us. Stay alert for any of Miramon's dangers.
Got your back.
Feels like my necropolis.
Feel the current. Speed of Miramon remains strong. The loom, even destroyed, it radiates power.
That's it?
To think Fargrave was once a part of Athelia's realm. Let fate renew your vigor, Roxy. Let the breath of faith restore your strength. The path to the loom is below us. I shall open a way down.
By the ancestors, look at this place. I remember when the walls of the necropolis were my entire world.
Tread carefully, Gadain. I prefer not to see any harm befall you.
I still have the amulet you gave to keep me safe. I couldn't bear to part with it.
I am glad it has been helpful, and that you still have it. More than I can say. The loom of the untraveled road. Damaged beyond repair, but still impressive. Use the Ecomere and see what memories remain.
There's nothing salvageable, my prince.
Nothing! Damn them! Very well. If I cannot restore Miramore, I will create a new realm upon the festering corpse of Apocrypha!
Apocrypha? Proxy, we must talk. The power Athelia absorbed when you destroyed the loom. It has turned her into the very monster Hermaeus Mora foresaw. And now she plans to challenge him and take Apocrypha for herself. I fear we may not be able to change these spirals. Change does not come naturally to the Daedric princes. Not like it does for mortals. That is why the one who knows sought you out. You are correct about the change. But that was the result of untold power, not a conscious effort. The result of the way events played out in those other realities, I suspect. Daedric princes have no experience with the constant evolution and transformation of mortals. They are eternal, and have no point of reference for the transient. She was confused, vulnerable. That much I grant you. That, however, is not the same as being mortal. An intriguing notion. She saw other versions of herself. Is there a way to get her to see that and attempt to change her own perspective? We must consult Scroote. This shall require all of our combined... Scroote awaits us at Baragon's townhouse. Let us return there at once.
Everyone's back. Great. And I don't see anyone carrying anything that gets us closer to saving reality. I've been doing my best to keep morale up while you were gone. But even my usually cheerful mood is under assault. More and more of those tears in reality keep appearing. We're running out of time. Did you learn anything useful at the loom? Another assault on Apocrypha? The Great Eye still hasn't recovered from the last one. We already knew that Athelia had transformed into the monster Hermaeus Mora warned us about. I don't suppose you and Larry... Daedric don't change. Daedric princes especially. It's their nature. We're not like you mortals, constantly reflecting on possibilities and remaking yourselves over and over. She's a monster, and will always be a different reflections. You mean the versions of Athelia that Laramil told me you encountered on the many paths? She also said that when you first encountered Athelia, she looked mortal and was confused and weak. At least by Daedric standards. You're right. Athelia has changed, and reflecting might just be the key. I read about a relic created by a mortal wizard, a mirror that revealed the innermost thoughts and dreams of the viewer. Laramil and I must consult some ancient texts. Obviously, we're going to need something connected to Athelia. I spotted a primordial shattered titan in the ruins of Scion while I was scouting instabilities. Retrieve a fragment from that ancient Daedra. It's very old. Ancient, even. One of the first things the Prince of Paths ever created. And it's big. How it got to the ruins of Scion, I have no idea. But it's there, and we can use it. Provided you can defeat it and bring back one of its shards.
I know those ruins. They're west of Skingrad.
Then let's not waste time. Let's go get this shard.
Agreed. We'll meet you there.
The ruins of Scion lie within this cave. Let's proceed with caution. Groot says the Titan is somewhere in these ruins. I'll accompany our comrade. Baragon, Curate Gadain, guard the entrance.
Let's end them. Better luck next time. Oh, wait. Been more prepared.
Is that a reality tear? It looks as dangerous as Groot described.
You're going to regret this.
I hope Baragon doesn't get bored and decide to follow us. He really wanted to explore these ruins. must be the Titan. Let's destroy it and gather a fragment. An excellent battle. Gather a fragment of the Titan and we can return to the others.
We need to get out of here.
Tears are opening up throughout the ruins. We barely made it here to warn you.
I warned you against interfering, mortal, but you refused to heed me. A reality tear? How fortuitous. Let this be the end of fate's chosen.
Friend, look out!
Curate Gadain! He's gone.
Mourn later. We must get this fragment back to the others.
Here we go. I just heard the news. King Nantharion was killed, defeated by the Legion's mercenaries. And did you hear? The Recol...
Maybe? Nothing like this has ever been attempted.
It has to work, Scroot. There are no other options. Ah, here comes our proxy. Where is Gadain? I see you and our allies have returned safely with a fragment of the Miramor Titan. But where is Curate Gadain? No, that cannot be. He had my amulet, and you were there. And Baragon, and Tribune Leia. There must be some mistake. Gadain. He cannot. Do not presume to remind me of the stakes we face. I brought you into this. Go speak.
Mortals die. That's literally the meaning of the word. I'll never understand your transient emotions. Whatever. We all face non-existence if we don't do something about Athelia and the reality tears. Definitely part of an ancient Miramor Titan. It should serve nicely as the focal point of the ritual Laramil and I developed. As soon as she collects herself, Laramil will guide you. No, this is something that you and Laramil need to do together. Your fate's chosen, and she's a magic user who can see the threads of fate. I'm just a watchling with delusions of grandeur and a bad attitude. Laramil will help you.
Scrooge is correct. This falls to you and me, Proxy. Place the fragment in the center of the ritual circle. Excellent. Now place Abolisher, the Lamp of Clarity, and the Skein of Secrets around the fragment. Now, Proxy, join your power to mine, and we shall align the threads of fate with the ritual. It is done. We have created a mirror of truth.
It really worked? Huh. Maybe we do have a chance.
Come, Proxy. We must speak. Despite the loss of Curate Gadain, you recovered a fragment filled with the essence of Miramor, and we successfully created a new relic, the Mirror of Truth. A time to mourn shall come later, provided we stop Athelia and reality survives. Yes, he most definitely would. I can see the threads of fate coalescing to a point. We near the end of this path, and whatever awaits us. You have done well as fate's chosen. Athelia has become the threat that Hermaeus Mora foresaw, racing to Apocrypha to take the realm as her own. And with each passing moment, reality breaks down a little more. Time grows ever shorter, Proxy. You restore the original relics used to capture and imprison Athelia. And we created the Mirror of Truth to try to show her the monster she has become. All we need to do now is travel to Apocrypha and locate. Apocrypha, like all Oblivion realms, is infinite. But we have the Skein of Secrets. I shall open a portal. Use the Skein once we cross into the realm and see if it can pinpoint Athelia's location. Gather the relics, Proxy. We shall have need of them. I shall open a portal to Apocrypha. Once there, use the Skein and let us see if we can pick up Athelia's trail. Use the Skein and let us see if it can pick up Athelia's trail.
That path leads to the forbidden parts of the realm.
Another way to reach the Mythos, perhaps. Hermaeus Mora's private sanctum.
Reality tears here in Apocrypha. Go on ahead and I'll see if I can do anything to slow them down.
mortal? Your corpus, it sings like you are one of us, yet you are not. What are you? Perhaps the Great Eye sent a champion to aid us. Our fortress, the Cenotaph, now swarms with raiders. Remy, how far our clan has fallen to go unrecognized. We are the remnants, swords of Lord Hermaeus Mora. He bestowed a portion of his will upon us in exchange for our defense of Apocrypha. This pact has stood for eons. Until recently. Long ago, we locked the pact in a space named the Crux. If the Dream Carvers breach it, the power our Lord granted us becomes theirs. The remnants are hobbled, a shadow of our former selves. We need help. Purge the invaders, and we shall reward you.
Dream Carvers swarm our fortress. It is theirs now.
While our pact still exists, so do the remnants.
Stop clinging to a dead order. We must accept our fate.
This North can change our fate. Stay here, tend to the stricken.
The skein leads us to that cave, Proxy. I have heard whispers of paths such as this. They can be found throughout Apocrypha. Press on, Proxy.
Hurry, mortals. Athelia and her scion have breached my private sanctum. Enter the mythos and aid the one who knows.
The one who knows needs us, Proxy. Just like at the Loom, Mora could not portal us closer to the energy now contained in Athelia. Look what her very presence does to Apocrypha. We must hurry. Another prayer. How many wounds can reality sustain? A dead end. The light of the lamp unveiled the way. Keep going, Proxy. What havoc these changes must be wreaking in Apocrypha's fort. Another dead end. Use the lamp and... Clarity's light reveals the unseen. Let us continue. Use the lamp here if you would. I think we need the lamp's light again. A portal. Careful. I do not expect anything good to emerge. Remember, Abolisher gathers energy from each foe you fell. The portal is damaged. Gather more energy and do it again.
That'll teach them not to cross us.
Proxy. That did it. The portal is closing. Remember, Abolisher's power should we encounter more of these Miramore portals. That door bears the marks of Miramore. The Essen. Maybe it will offer a clue.
Hides in his sanctum. I will transform this realm and make it his tomb. Set wards in place, my son. Fate's minions must not be allowed to interfere.
Yes, my prince. None shall find the wards.
The skein indicates that the wards are somewhere above. Look for a passage leading up. That must be one of the wards. Destroy it! Well done. Let us find the next one. The aesthetics of Miramore
Never a
have a
dull
certain
moment.
beauty, but they do not belong in a pocket. Another ward! Destroy it!
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
Good work, Toxie. With the ward destroyed, the way into Hermaeus Mora's private sanctum should be open now. There. Athelia and Torvasad.
You have become
done to
the very threat I foresaw, Athelia.
Only a threat to you, Mora!
Can you not see? Reality collapses around you as fate's threads unravel.
Your reality, Fateseer, not mine! Witness the ascension of the Prince of Paz to her rightful place of power! Keep draining Mora, Scion. I will deal with his champions. I am the unleashed. I am the dark tomorrow. I am the last path you will ever walk. Warriors of Miramore, defend your prince!
Don't just stand there. Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
I will restore what was lost, mortal. I must! am done by a mortal!
Over here, Foxy. Use the mirror of truth.
That gear of yours won't hold out much longer.
What did I see? Mortal, tell me what this means.
Good on you. You're ready for anything.
That mirror. It showed me the truth. I have become the monster that Mora predicted. And I remember. I saw it too. As Mora sealed my prison all those eons ago, I realized at the end he was right. I am the last tomorrow. It was what Mora saw when he examined my threads of fate, that I would become the Unweaver, the destroyer of reality. In that last moment, as the door to my prison slammed shut and my memories frayed, I saw it too. But because I had already set the compulsion in Torvasad's mind, I had already unspooled the thread to freedom. Now your actions have brought me a moment of clarity, but it will not last. Already I feel the power, the madness reasserting itself. A nice thought. But I am Daedra. I cannot change. And once the madness comes upon me, I doubt you will be able to contain me again. Forgotten memories and near limitless power blinded me. It led us exactly to the moment in time Mora feared. Not while the power of the loom and the energy I took from Hermaeus Mora flows through me. I must shed this power once and for all. Only then can the growing madness be quelled. Hermaeus Mora, you were right. I am a danger to fate and reality. Let me return what is rightfully yours.
Abandoning our sacred quest. No! We are too close. I claim the power. I will finish this.
My sire has taken power.
I shall aid Hermaeus Mora while you try to stop Torvasad.
Despite it all, it seems we are fated to battle. Face me, mortal! Now face the multitude.
I'm here, my friend.
You good? Of course you are.
Help Barracon.
You asked for it.
Use the portal to help too.
You agitate me to no end, mortal. I will restore the glory of Miracle.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
Baragon, Scrooge, Tribune Leia, lend your might to Fate's chosen.
Who's next? Let's go.
Enough! Witness the combined power of the Fate Changer and the Master of Fate!
traded my silence to save me from a fate I finally accepted. Though I had forgotten until you reminded me.
No, my prince. I am Dremora. I am eternal. I will reform and complete the task you set before me.
Such is the nature of Daedra. Never changing, never growing. I return your power to you, Mora. And I disperse mine into the void.
And Torvasad, my most faithful. I consign your essence to nothingness, never to return. Be at peace. At last. Poor Torvasad, blinded by a compulsion I never should have bestowed.
Fate's chosen has accomplished the tasks I set before them. Now, let us enter the portal and conclude this heinous business. Your prison awaits, Ethelia. Ethelia, it is time to resume your imprisonment.
To what end? As long as I remain in this reality, the threat I pose persists. My power will always find a way to return to me. Such is the nature of our princely dispositions.
The threads of fate agree with you, but what choice do we have? You are Daedra, immortal, forever. I see no other path before us.
Our natures confound us. We need a different perspective. One you so elegantly provided. Mortal, let us speak. My very nature makes returning me to prison a temporary reprieve at best. My power will always find a way back to me. And with it, the threat of the madness that overcomes me and can unravel reality. Mortal, talk with me more about change. Yes, my reflections. When we walked the many paths at the Outcast Inn, we visited realities where things had gone another way. I am different in those realities. But that is not choice. That is consequence. The aftermath of alternate events. The many paths lead everywhere. Other places, other possibilities, parallel realities. You can go anywhere. If you can just find the path. No power. A path where Daedra and Magicka do not exist. It would need to be a place where my Daedric power held no sway and could gain no foothold. I feel the tendrils of my discarded power searching, reaching toward me. We must hurry, mortal. Indeed. Hermaeus Mora can find an acceptable path, and I can show him how to open the way. And then we would need you to use Abolisher, to destroy the path, so that I could never return to this reality.
Speak, Fate's chosen. You are deep in conversation with the Prince of Paths. What do your mortal eyes see that a path that is better than the solution I devised so long ago? Inconceivable. Do not overstep your... Do not use my own words against me. Still, you are correct in that regard. Very well chosen of fate. What do you suggest we do with leave this reality for a realm where she would have no access to her Daedric power? I had not considered that. I would need to confirm that the reality guarantees our safety, but how will we make certain? What say you, Prince of Paths? Will you accept eternal banishment in a realm where your power does not exist?
I accept that fate, Hermaeus Mora.
Then allow me to turn my gaze upon the many paths to find a worthy reality.
And allow me to show you how to open that path, while I still have the will to do so. An excellent portal, Mora. Now...
Wait! We lost a good friend to one of the reality tears. Is there anything that...
The tears were not my creation. Only an effect of my passing. All I can offer is this wisdom to ease your mind. Now, you have shown we who are called Daedric princes that there are always possibilities, even for us. Farewell, mortal.
Has walked the path to her exile. Take Boethiah's blade and destroy the portal. Cut off the path so that she may never return. Now, leave this place, mortals, and understand that you go with the gratitude of the one who knows.
Athelia is gone, no longer a threat. But Proxy, we should speak. It appears we have done it, Proxy. Athelia is no longer a threat to our reality. Your solution was not what I expected, and even Hermaeus Mora was surprised. But I suppose that was why he selected you as Fate's chosen in the first place. Athelia is gone and can never return. But the damage she caused to reality may still be a concern. For the moment, let us reflect on what this victory has cost us.
Mortal, the Great Eye requires one last task before your contract expires. Along with everything else. Athelia exiled, Torvasar defeated, but the danger to existence persists. The tears in the fabric of reality. We need to repair them. How? I suggested a needle and thread, but my master has a different solution. So he sent me to find you. Now, much of this is beyond me. But the Great Eye said you need to take the 3 relics that were used to defeat Athelia and place them near tears and nexus points in the fabric of reality. That should restore the frayed threads of fate. Well, no. You also need to cast a spell to release each relic's energy and send it flowing into the fabric of reality. Here's the spell scroll. And you'll need help, so I'll send one of us to each location to assist you. My tasks never end. Ugh. I'll mark your map. The locations where you need to place the relics are in Westweald, the Telvanni Peninsula, and Apocrypha. Look for one of your allies when you get to each spot. And make sure to bring the scroll and relics. Mortals. I think it must be your pitifully finite existences that make you so impatient. The threads of fate weave through the fabric of reality in complex and very specific patterns. To repair the tears, you must match that the reasons are unfathomable to the limitations of your mortal mind. But I'll try to explain. Through the machinations of Torvasard and Vargas, and the presence of Athelia, the tears at these specific locations resonate throughout the realm. Exactly! Remember, the relics were created specifically to thwart Athelia's power. The energy they contain, once released by the casting of the spell, should restore the fabric of reality, keeping it from unraveling and repairing it.
One moment, Proxy. The plan Scroot has brought us sounds tenuous, but we must put our faith in the one who knows. Even with Athelia gone, the tears ripped in the fabric of reality shall continue to spread, like pulling on a loose thread until your tunic unravels. The tears occurred unnaturally, so it is unlikely they will heal without help. If the plan provided by Hermaeus Mora works and the fabric of reality is repaired, then I can use the wisdom Athelia gave me to try to set one last thing to rights. Yes, she allowed me to briefly experience the possibilities of the many paths. Gadain still exists somewhere, I think. If there is a chance. Hope is not something I usually put stock in, but Gadain believed in faith. How could I do less? That does not make the threat or the danger it presents any less real. Apocrypha and the Mundus both are built to top endless metaphors. Now, we have a plan to carry out, I believe. Of course, but perhaps not how you expect. I shall work from here to help stitch the threads of fate back together as you place the relics and cast the spell. Here, take the relics. You will need them for the task ahead. The relics, Mora's spell, and my magic together shall help you repair reality, Proxy.
Scroot, Tribune Alea and I will meet you at the sites, friend.